Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 10 of season 3 of the Newcastle United Career Mode series here on FIFA 19. Today we play the final game in the group stage of the Champions League against Besiktas. That is, I believe, away from home, although I might be mistaken. It is away from home on the 10th of December. And then we follow that up with the game against Burnley at home in the Premier League. There are 5 games between now and the transfer window. So we'll play 2 today and 3 tomorrow. So Besiktas and Burnley today, and then Palace, Huddersfield and Arsenal tomorrow before we head into January, where hopefully we should get an FA Cup game scheduled on the 2nd. And we'll find out, at least I think we'll find out, after we played this final group stage game, the draw for the next round of the Europa League should be made. So fingers crossed we'll know by the end of today's episode who our round of 32 opponent will actually be. But we'll play in the blue. And considering there's not much on the line here, well, there's nothing on the line here. I can lose and still finish top of the group. So I'm going to heavily rotate and give all of the kids a game in this one so that we can be at full strength against Burnley and continue our push for a top 4 spot in the Premier League. So drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. And fingers crossed we can do something in the game here against Besiktas, although I'm not too sure how that's going to go with the level of team I'm going to put out, but you never know. It might just work in our favour, although I doubt it. We'll find out. Besiktas with 3 players on a yellow card at this stage, which could be important for them for the knockout stages. Husay, one of them, Vida the centre-back also, Erkina left-back as well. I believe that might well be the same starting 11 that played against us last time, although actually I think Arslan came off the bench against us previously. They had someone else in midfield, Gary Medel actually it may well have been. So a similar starting lineup for Besiktas. Let's hope for a win and we can top the group in style, hopefully. Although, actually, I'll show you my starting lineup. Not that strong. Van Dam in goal, Chilwell and Yedlin, the elder statesman of the side, at 80 and 81 rated and mid-20s in age, with Guerrero, Wagner, Schmitz, Zimmerman, Vega, Berm, Roth and Yannick Toure. This was the competition where players like that were going to get football, especially in the latter stages of the group stage. And this is exactly the scenario in which I was hoping to be able to use them. Lennart Schmitz on the run. Going to have to be better than that next time around. Still so frustrated that I went out in the Carabao Cup in the manner that we did. Otherwise, these kids might have had plenty more first-team football this season. As it happens, no. But the FA Cup will be soon, and hopefully we can get a favourable draw in that, so that I can play the youngsters again and they can get another chance to impress. Gürkan Toure with the ball into the middle, because we've seen with Toby Mitchell how good players or youngsters can get with a run in the first team. Jan Roth will bring that down. He's been half decent for us as well. Lennart Schmitz is making a great run here. We'll drive into the box, stand it up, and there, with the overhead kick, I believe it was Berm. Number 30, I don't know who number 30 is, to be honest. He's missed that and he's hit him on the knee, I think. Wow. Would have been a spectacular. It wasn't Berm, it was, I don't even know. Who's number 30? It must have been, yes, it was Vega. Oh, dearie me. What a goal that would have been for anyone to score, let alone a youngster getting a chance in the first team. And unfortunately, he's completely fluffed it. Larine, Toure, Mukhtar to Arslan. Mukhtar again, Ozyaku, Kainz, Mukhtar. Oh, off the post, and again! The keeper comes out and he's pointing at his defenders, but could they have done more there? The ball just kind of rebounded straight back to Mukhtar. Struck it really firmly, and it basically just went back exactly the same way that it had come. That's really unlucky. Anywhere else that ball rebounds and a defender mops it up. But it goes straight back to the Besiktas man, and we're 1-0 down. We will still top the group. We will still get the most favourable draw, but we won't be getting an undefeated group stage if things stay as they are. We're currently 4 wins and a draw from the opening 5 games. I'd like to avoid making it 4 wins, a draw and a defeat.
He might be able to profit from the wide position.
Into Blurb, who's turned well. And here's Jan Roth, who's also turned well. Yannick Touré just ran offside there. Burns turned brilliantly. He's still powering his way through. It just seemed written in the stars then that he was just going to power all the way through and end up scoring a tremendous goal. Zimmerman will turn and get this to Smits. In fact, he didn't actually get the turn in before passing the ball off. Vega forward there to Jan Roth. Got support and again trying to power through. Besiktas on the back foot here after half an hour. The youngsters are giving as good as they've gotten so far. Smits with the delivery. It's a really good one. It's cleared away. Yedlin forward there to Vega. Vega will get this to Zimmerman. Zimmerman! Oh, deflected off the foot of Yannick Touré and into the back of the net. I can't quite believe that that's happened. I didn't do anything with Yannick Touré there. It's done it of its own accord. He's tried to take a touch to control the football and it's just rebounded off him. Oh, it hit the defender first. It's hit the number 18 first and then come to Yannick Touré, who has just tried to take a first touch and inadvertently diverted it right into the bottom corner. He couldn't have been more accurate if he'd actually tried to shoot in that corner. We were only behind for 12 minutes. The youngsters getting the chance and so far taking it. Free kick for Besiktas. Janara keen to take it. Very good delivery on him. Left-footed free kick was decent. Tried to win that there, but couldn't. Going to drop here to their goal scorer, Mukhtar. He's turned well. Found Larine, but Christopher Wagner steps in. Another fairly experienced player, to be fair, of the youngsters we have. I'll look to play through Yannick Touré here, but that was a poor pass. Well, despite the way that the goal came about for us being quite lucky, theirs, to be fair, was pretty lucky as well, with the rebound going straight back to the man that struck the shot. So to go in at half-time at 1-1, I think is actually quite the achievement against what is a full-strength Besiktas side. We can certainly build on that in the second half. Mukhtar with the throw. He's going to go all the way back there to Husai. Forward to Gökhan Touré. Mukhtar inside to Isal. Husai. Mukhtar. Chilwell nearly got in the way of that. Zimmerman will power that forward. Not able to find a teammate. Isal again. Husai again. Touré again. Oh, is he going to keep that in? He will. Kainz. Oh, Wagner, if he weren't 6'6", I mean, you had to. I would have done the same in that situation. I would also have tried to hit that first time on the volley because it would have been a spectacular finish had it gone in. Thank you, Van Dam. Well held. Besiktas starting the second half the same way we ended the first. On the front foot and looking dangerous. Husai with the throw here for Besiktas. Smits brings it down. Gets rid of it. Vega. Zimmerman. To Vega again. There's Yannick Touré. On the overlapping run, Ben Chilwell. Is the experience of a first team are going to make the difference here? Very nearly. DeAndre Edlin's pace will make the difference in this particular foot race. And the cross is decent too. Oh, everybody was underneath that. Another attempted overhead kick from one of the kids. Unfortunately, not able to make contact. Oh, Edlin does well to get into that as well. Given away though. Mukhtar. Kainz. Down the line to Larine. He's going to keep it in. Oh God, that was terrible. I don't know why he's stretched to try and play that pass. Here's Jermaine Lons. That's a good delivery. Somehow DeAndre Edlin's gone up to win that. Husai into the middle. Mukhtar. Oh, that little ball roll. Just enough. Vega's clearance not that good, but Jan Roth completes it and Yannick Touré give it across here to Vega. And arriving on the right-hand side is Berm. Got options. Yannick Touré inadvertently somehow managed to get himself a goal earlier on. And here's Lennart Smits. Why do all of the kids try overhead kicks? I don't believe it. Very, very nearly able to win the game as a whole there. But the keeper making a good save from Lennart Smits. And I don't understand why these youngsters all seem to want to try and do overhead kicks to try and score goals. You don't need to do it, lads. You really don't. Schmitz, keep that in. Well done. Chilwell through there to Zimmerman. Then to Schmitz again. You don't win anything with kids, they say. Oh, they might be right, because we're not going to win this Europa League game. Or we might do. No, we're not going to win this Europa League game with the kids all on show. We might do. Schmitz with another opportunity. Schmitz. Lennart Schmitz. Oh, with the last kick of the game. The chance to win it. And then the finish of someone that's rated in the mid-60s. Oh, if that's anyone from the first team, then that's 2-1 and we win. Fair play. Fair play. They gave a good crack at that and quite easily could have won that tie had things just slightly gone my way. Match rescheduled against Brighton in February, which says to me that the group stages have been drawn, or sorry, the first knockout round has been drawn. Only 5.5 million for getting through the group stage. Burnley are second in the league and level on points with us on 29. We're not on track, we're not on track. Financially, well, there's not a chance I'm going to be able to do that, is there? And then the season ticket thing is completely out of my control. Like, it's arbitrarily decided by the game. There's nothing else I can do about that, I'm afraid. Right. What does... wow. City keep going. 16 games, 14 wins, still unbeaten. The invincible season is quite genuinely a possibility. We're invincible in our Europa League group stage game. City, so far, invincible in 16, not just 6. Let's go and play Burnley. And with a full-strength team out this time around, I'm certain of victory. Joe Hart in goal for Burnley. Toure, Long, Tarkowski and Zinchenko at left-back. Goodmanson and Kunku, Arnold and Brady. And for Fortuna, 4-4-1-1. Matej Vydra with Yusuf Paulsen up top. Right, okay, Burnley. That team, apparently, is good enough for second in the league. Our 11 is certainly much better than theirs. But will the overall result reflect that at the end of 90 minutes? I need a central midfielder to make himself available, and they just haven't. Oh, Chucky. Superb footwork. Kondogbia looking for Rashford. He's no slouch himself. Oh, just lost it at the outside of his boot there, looking for someone in the middle. Couldn't quite find him. We'll give this Julian Draxler with a bit of space. Could have found us a 1-0 lead, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Oh, nicely intercepted by Jamal Lascelles. Draxler. Chucky's away, Chucky's away, Chucky's away. Terrible first touch. I need to know where to pass it. There's Kondogbia. There's Maximilian Phillip. Had not much to do at all in the last episode, but buries that in the top corner very nicely indeed. Thank you, Maximilian. He played, as far as I can remember, all but one. He played 2 games yesterday. I'll just cast my mind back. Toby Mitchell started at Cam and actually played very well. But Maximilian Phillip, in the 2 games he did play and start, didn't do much. He certainly fired back at the very next opportunity. 1-0 Newcastle after 17 minutes. To Goodmanson, back to Paulsen again. Somehow Goodmanson's found his way through there. Vydra at the second attempt after the first one was blocked. Drills and skews the ball wide of the target. Burnley firing back, looking for an equaliser. No. Brady. Oh, that's a lovely ball down the line to Yusuf Paulsen. Just held the ball up brilliantly, and that's... Oh, technique from Goodmanson. Wow, what a hit. Perfectly weighted to get it past Philip Max. And the effort from the winger was very, very good indeed. Here's Wan-Bissaka on the overlap. And then we'll send Chucky away. And once he's gone, you don't catch him. And the delivery's decent. Rebic at the back post. It's flicked away by Long. We'll drop here for Kondogbia. And Chucky again. Wan-Bissaka could take a free kick there. We're playing on. Lozano. Which way to go with him at the minute? Is Philip. He's going to keep his run going, Chucky. And hack that round the corner. Oof! Very nearly at the near post. I'm not sure whether Joe Hart should have just caught that, to be honest. Unless he was just perhaps completely caught unawares and unexpecting of the effort from... Oh, what a header. No, never mind. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Jamal Lascelles over the top of the bar. Goal kick. Rebic's picked up a knock, apparently. That's concerning, but not too much of an issue. We get a free kick there for something. Hopefully Rebic isn't going to be out for too long. He seems to be at least well enough to continue for now. He's on the ball and he's already shaken off that knock. He might even be getting himself an assist. What was that first touch from Lozano? That was outrageous. Unfortunately, it didn't lead to anything, but wow. Okay, well, a 1-0 lead at half-time. And fingers crossed, we can take that into the second half and build on it.
Of the Premier League fixture,
Rebic.
Newcastle United.
Oh, I thought the defender had read that brilliantly, and to be fair, he did. He just didn't intercept it brilliantly. Rebic lofts it in. It's going to miss everyone. Well, Draxler picks that up. I can't resist the temptation. Good save by Joe Hart, and just kept in by Toure. Not very well dealt with in the end, though, but defender does well. Ah, okay, counter-attack. Goodmanson. Where's he going to go? He's got options, one of which here is Nkunku. Burnley have got Tottenham next. We have Arsenal in the next episode, of course. So North London being faced by either side in this game, in the upcoming ones before the new year. But which of these two is going to come out on top? As things stand, we'll be staying second. Actually, no, rephrase. Going second. Burnley were just ahead of us. What was that? Oh, Nkunku. The assist. I don't care about the goal. The assist. What even is that? Oh, my Lord. I mean, the volley's great, but the assist. Pause. I can't even believe it. He's had the shot, he's blocked. Then he tries to control it with the outside of his foot. Just there. And then he does the same. Oh, that's a scorpion kick assist. Alright. Burnley level. Rebic down the line to Max. Inside to Maximilian Phillip. Dobia. Draxler. Oh, really need to start resisting these long shots. Housen. And Nkunku. Vidra. It's a Goodmanson. Kondogbia intercepts. This is good football from Burnley. This is why they're... That sort of football is why they're second in the league, but I have no idea what Wan-Bissaka was doing there. I'll take Kondogbia off for Zakaria, who actually has come to me in the week between games and said he'd like to play more, otherwise he wants out. But we'll see. We'll see. Jeffrey Kondogbia and Julian Draxler have been tremendous as a pairing. Just as Zakaria and Ruben Loftus-Cheek were last season, it just so happens that the other two are just quite frankly upgrades on the original two. That's why before we were fighting for Europa League spot, and now we're fighting for a Champions League spot. And if City weren't doing, well, what City do, I suppose, if City weren't doing a madness, we'd be fighting for a title as well this season. As it happens, Manchester City just walking away with everything, and unless their season collapses, we won't be competing for a title. But Burnley are competing for all 3 points here, and again and again and again the ball keeps coming back towards my goal. Here's Long, down the line there to Goodmanson. Another good cross. Max heads away. Oh, Phillip can't quite get to it. Kennedy gets his head to that. Rashford gets to the loose ball, and Nkunku takes it away from him. Great turn. I don't know anything about Nkunku, but he's certainly done me in this one. Goodmanson, yes, Jamal. Forward there to Maximilian Phillip. I've got one option. There's a second arriving. Draxler will look for Rashford. Has he got the legs to get to it? No. Toure intercepts. That might be our chances of a win from this game going. We've got a 1-1 draw in the first game. We thought we might win it very late on. As it happens, we're getting a 1-1 draw in the second game. But we might, if the referee lets this play continue, get us a win in the second game, but I don't believe that's going to happen unless Chucky can do something now. He's taken that in his stride. Well, corner.
Now it's a corner.
We're in the 95th minute. The 95th minute. When 2 were added on. Max with the delivery. Oh, Joe Hart with a save.
What a save and what a time to make it in such a tight
Come on,
game.
please. Max with the delivery again. Lascelles underneath it. It's headed away, and that will be game.
By the defender.
At least I hope it's game, because I was going to put the controller down.
Game's finished.
If that header had gone in from the
Well, for the
penultimate corner, well, it would have been the last corner, had it gone in, what turned out to be the penultimate corner, I might well have exploded. Spurs 1, Manchester United 0. That's good for us with regards to top 4. We'll bring Spurs into contention with regards to top 4 as well. We stay third, level on points with Burnley, and goal difference is just +2 in their favour. Ours is just +2 ahead of Liverpool's, but our points difference is +3. And Liverpool ahead of Everton purely on goal difference as well. That win for Spurs brings them on to 21, so they're only 6 points away from 4th now. 14 points the gap to Manchester City at the top, however. How they keep doing this, I'm not sure. Although you could ask the same of them in real life, to be completely honest. Although Chelsea just had something to say about that, but I think City will still run away with the title in real life, and they're probably going to run away with the title in this season here as well. But the top 4 fight is firmly on, and if we somehow manage to overturn a 14-point gap at the top of the Premier League, then, I mean, I'll be absolutely thrilled. Oh, we're about to see the draw on the right-hand side. Are we? Newcastle United drawn out the pot, and it's not going to show me the next screen. We're not on that. Was it Dortmund? Right. Right. Okay. I was kind of hoping for a favourable draw because we finished top of the group. We've not been allowed... Oh, we've got a favourable draw in the Cup, so the kids can play against Luton. But in the Europa League, probably one of the strongest teams left in the competition. How would Borussia Dortmund manage to finish 2nd in their group and then get drawn against me? That's killed me off. I was really, really hoping that we'd stand a great chance of going far in this competition, but Dortmund in the round of 32 might well have put pay to that. Where is their group? Arsenal only finished 2nd in theirs. Rangers are through. Congratulations to them. Man United win their group. Dortmund haven't done anything in their group. They finished 3rd in the Champions League and have then come into the Europa League because they got knocked out in the group stage of the Champions League. Who was in their Champions League group? That's the question. Chelsea out, well, into the Europa League now, I guess, by finishing 3rd in their group. That's a shock. Big shock. Juventus, Sevilla, Dortmund. Tough group, to be fair. Tough group, to be fair. Right then, Dortmund next for us in the Europa League, but next for us in the first game tomorrow is Palace, then Huddersfield, then Arsenal, then transfer window. And actually, what I wanted to do, because I haven't got any money at present, what I wanted to do is put everything into the wage budget, and maybe we might be able to sign someone on a free. We've only got £31,000 available to us. Maybe someone will bid a crazy fee for a player that I'm perhaps willing to let go. Maybe. We'll wait and see. But for the time being, what could I do with £30,000 on a pre-contract? Is there anything I can do with £30,000 on a pre-contract? I'm not sure, but I'm sure you guys will let me know. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. We'll have a full 3-game episode tomorrow. There'll be my play later on tonight as well, of course, and I'll see you then.